This is the Hello World Podcast. And I guess, Peter, a lot of training has to be done in organizations because the typical employee is not trained to differentiate of my behavior is consistent with psychological safety or
Yeah.
it's not consistent. I think a lot of employees would require training on psychological safety. Well, what do you think?
I don't know because I mean, when you heard when we started talking about it, you immediately identified with it, didn't you? You said, "Oh, I can think of examples when psychological safety has been good or hasn't been good." So I don't think people need a lot of training to understand what it is. And sometimes it's just a change in processes that's required to implement that. I think people get the concept very quickly. They understand its importance. They understand its harm when it's not there. So, sometimes it's a matter of enabling people to do this. And, the problem may be a couple of levels further up the organization. And once that's fixed, the benefits will flow through very quickly.
You mentioned that phrase of it could be a matter of changing processes, or it could also be a matter of dealing with levels in the organization. Now we're talking about how do we now really improve after the diagnosis. Let's say we go through that instrument and we identify certain areas to work on, priority areas to work on. What could be ways to improve psychological safety in an enterprise?
So yeah, again, good question, and a lot would depend on what it is that's causing this problem of psychological safety, right? So if it's the particular style of a manager, right? Let's say that manager would love to hear his people's ideas, but his expressions are very direct, right? He likes to give orders, and the way that he gives those orders makes people feel afraid to raise any questions about that, right? So then it could be a case of working with that manager and saying, you can certainly tell people what to do. That's part of your role, right? But maybe the way that you do that needs to change so that they have an opportunity to ask questions or to suggest ideas. So it may not be a change in structure or role or anything like that, maybe just a change in the way that material or information is presented.
So leadership coaching, leaders also need to get coached on this.
That's a great way to look at it, right? And coaching would certainly be an element of change that would be required, yes.
Hi, this is Louis Banta, CEO and Chief Consultant of LJMB or Learning Just Made Better. Thanks for watching my video. To get more videos like this, click subscribe and hit the bell icon below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share this to others.